The most bizarre exoplanets you won't believe exist in the cosmos. Scientists are now starting to unlock the mysteries of the most bizarre exoplanets and star systems across the vast universe, thanks to the new generation of space telescopes. Now the space just got closer. And today we'll show you a list of the strangest exoplanets, from the darkest, hottest to the most toxic planets ever discovered. So get ready with your coffee, chill, and we're starting right away. Number 1. 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪. More than 30 years ago, the Star Wars portrayed a strange world where two suns set over the horizon instead of just one. Things like this are always viewed as science fiction then. Now, it's the real thing.
Nice.
NASA's Kepler has detected for the first time the planet that orbits two stars. This is known as the circumbinary planet. The two stars are separated by a distance of 33 million kilometers. This is 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗪𝗪, located on the constellation of Cygnus, about 200 light-years from Earth. This planet later earned the nickname Tatooine because of its semblance to the planet Tatooine in the Star Wars movie. However, this planet is not thought to be habitable. It is a freezing cold world out there, with estimated surface temperature to as low as -150 degrees Fahrenheit. And add into that, it has a surface similar to the gas giant Saturn. Number 2. 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 and that precisely is what made it as one of the most stunning planets in the solar system. But if you think that is stunning enough, imagine multiplying those rings by 200 times. Then you know who is the real Lord of the Rings.
Is it secret? Is it safe?
This is 𝗪-147b. It is a super Saturn-like exoplanet that is 20 times more massive than Saturn. It has a much wider ring than planet Saturn that expands to as far as 180 million kilometers wide. That is much larger compared to the distance of Earth to the Sun, which is only about 150 million kilometers. To give you an idea on how it looks, if 𝗪-147b were to take the place of Saturn, the rings of the planet would appear in the night sky, appearing much larger than a full moon. And that's probably the reason they call it Saturn on steroids. Third in our list is 55 Cancri-E. This exoplanet is located in the Cancer constellation, about 40 light-years away from Earth. It is 8 times larger than our planet and orbits around a sun-like host star called 55 Cancri-A. The planet itself is more carbon than the Sun, and this is what led researchers to believe that the planet is covered with massive amount of diamonds. But in case you're planning some sort of space mining thing, that probably won't happen. The planet has about 2,400 degrees Celsius surface temperature, hot enough to make you vanish in an instant. Though the diamond theory has been clouded by doubts in a much later research, 55 Cancri-E still remains a mystery. Number 4. The Reign of Terror, HD-189-733b. Look at this. This planet may look like a gorgeous deep blue marvel hanging serenely in space. Sounds romantic for a couple. But this very look can betray us, because this is exoplanet HD-189-733b. It's a little bigger than planet Jupiter. This planet is located about 62 light-years away and makes a full orbit around its host star every 2 days, which means you'll be having birthdays more often. It has a wind speed 7 times faster than the speed of sound, meaning it can reach as high as 5,400 miles per hour. That is enough to toss you around at full speed in the atmosphere. And if this is not scary enough, this exoplanet can also reach over 900 degrees Celsius, and it rains glass sideways. So imagine being blown by hypersonic winds with all the glasses impaling you alive. That hurts. Number 5. WASP-12b. WASP-12b is one of the darkest known exoplanets, twice the size of Jupiter. It has a unique capability to trap at least 94% of the visible starlight entering into its atmosphere. In short, it is more like a greedy hoarder that traps light. This bizarre planet is among the so-called hot Jupiters because of its enormous temperatures of about 4,600 degrees Fahrenheit. It is gravitationally locked in place due to its closeness to its host star, meaning it has a fixed day and night sides. And the worst part is, scientists observed that planet WASP-12b was spiraling towards its death. It was so close to its parent star that it's being torn apart. The gravity is so extreme, it is stretching this hot gas giant into the shape of an egg as it slowly cannibalizes the planet. This planet is estimated to have only 10 million years left to live until it fully gets ripped apart by its sun at the rate of 189 quadrillion tons every year. Number 6 in our list is K2-18b, where the ocean can vaporize you. This planet K2-18b is twice the radius and 8 times the mass of Earth. It has been a top-ranking contender for an Earth-like planet for years, especially in 2019, when it was announced that water had been discovered in its atmosphere. So everyone was so hyped. For the first time, we found a rocky planet orbiting in the habitable zone of its star, which could potentially hold liquid water on the surface. But before you think of diving into those exotic oceans, know that K2-18b is more like the far less friendly exoplanets. It has a thick hydrogen atmosphere and rocky surface covered with superheated, super compressed seas. So the temperatures and pressure are far too high for you to survive. 7th in our list is WASP-10-7b, or the cotton candy planet. The world is not all candy canes and lollipops, they say, but at least it sure looks that way when you're on the planet WASP-10-7b. This planet has an ultra-low mass and it packs an extremely low density, which can be likened to a marshmallow. Yes, and because of this, astrophysicists often call this planet as the cotton candy planet. Number 8. Gliese 43-6b, a planet defying the laws of physics. Gliese 43-6b is located in the constellation of Leo, about 30 light years from Earth. This planet orbits its host star at a distance 15 times closer than Mercury is to the Sun. One full orbit around the stars takes only about 2 days. And here's the weird part. This planet has an icy surface that is roasting at a temperature of 439 degrees Celsius. Yes, you heard it right, a roasting ice. So, how does the ice remain completely solid at 439 degrees above its melting point? Here's why. Because the gravity is so incredibly strong that it compresses the trace amounts of water vapor in the planet's atmosphere into solid ice and prevents it from melting no matter how much it burns. Number 9. The 3 zombie planets. In 1992, astronomers found evidence that pulsar star PSR B1257+12 is hosting planets, which were later identified as Poltergeist, Phobetor, and 𝗪𝗪. These planets were dubbed as the zombie planets. Why? Here's the fact. When a star explodes, usually the planets in that system are destroyed or flung out by a shock wave. But after that violent event settles down, the gas and dust will condense again. Pulsar star PSR B1257 is a collapsed core of an exploded star, and it appears that these 3 planets were probably made out of the parts of the planets that came before them. The problem is, this dead star is pumping out massive deadly radiation. NASA stated that this pulsar star produces twin beams of radiation that could burn a spaceship that is foolish enough to come too close. So, poltergeists, Pobithor, and 𝗪𝗪 are constantly struck by radiation from their dead stars. So, if you ever found yourself landing on one of its orbiting planets, you would find sickly irradiated auroras to burn you to certain death. And finally, number 10, 𝗙𝗓𝗪 1214b. Imagine an ocean where the water is constantly boiling. It's boundless and expands to as far as the horizon, and deep down is kilometers of water, where lies a billion-ton core of scorching ice. This is the mysterious planet of 𝗙𝗪𝗪 1214b. This super-Earth was discovered in 2009, about 2.7 times of the Earth's diameter, and is almost 7 times as massive. Astronomers have determined that the atmosphere of this planet is likely water. The upper layers of the atmosphere stretches with clouds of water vapor. But if you dive deeper, the heat and pressure build up to such extremes that the water starts behaving in some extremely weird ways. While it's water-rich, there's probably no liquid water anywhere on the planet, because what it has is a strange plasma form of water due to its extreme heat and pressure. The temperature and pressure is so high that it makes the planet much like a planet-sized pressure cooker, and the ocean is constantly boiling. Although water is a healthy indication of a planet's capacity to support life, this won't work on this planet, because once you enter this planet, you will soon experience the feeling of being cooked alive. So there goes some interesting yet a little scary exoplanets. Hope you enjoyed watching this video, and please don't forget to subscribe.